host, Mr. Mikey B. And as always, Revelation Rob. What up, Rob?
What up, Mikey B?
And we have Sara Love back. She's back today. How's it going, Sara?
I'm back.
Woo. Hey, we do shows around here.
Yeah.
Ain't no missing shows like you did last week.
Awesome. Good to see you guys. So, on today's episode, we're going to get into just shooting the shit a little bit. I know normally we go through a lot of like politics and conspiracies and, you know, try to stay on top of some of the trending issues, but that's getting a little tiresome. So I want to take a break a little bit, and why don't we just go ahead and shoot the shit? We're going to talk about you and I, Rob and Sara. Let's just all talk about who we are and you know, say what's up to our people.
Show's over.
I don't know about you, but I'm somebody. Right?
Yeah, we're all somebody.
Anyway, so let's start off by saying, Rob, what do you do in your, I guess, in your regular life besides podcasting? Like, what is it that you do to provide for your family, man? What do you do for work?
Life, I'm a motherfucking hustler.
Bitch.
Nah, man. What do I do I work like everybody else, man. Trying to really, for the past couple of years, you know, I had a few online businesses that were successful, and then, you know, I ended up selling them and tried to reinvest, and it kind of didn't work out for me. And as time goes on, it's getting harder to rank in Google and stuff. So I kind of took a step back from that this year, because I was on the computer like every day. Like I was working part-time at a job I've been at for 10 years, and then doing my little online hustle and everything, you know, and I was making pretty good money around like 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. But then after I sold that business and tried to get into a new one, a couple things went south on me, and it didn't work out the way I planned it to work out. So I just been looking to better myself, really, as far as learning new trades and stuff. Like, you know, I became maintenance man at the job I work at, and I went full time for a little bit.
Like, what are you doing right there? What do you do for that? Like, what kind of shit do you maintenance?
Oh, I mean, like for a dock, for a terminal, like a shipping company. So I was in charge of like the line, welding dock plates back together, anything like concrete repair, asphalt repair around the terminal. You know, there's a bunch of trucks.
So you weld?
Yeah, I can weld, dude. I my resume, bro, the skills on my resume that I've accomplished, like over the last 10 years, man, is like, I never thought in my wildest dreams I would have a resume like that. So this is where I'm getting to. Like, I had left maintenance about this past August and went back part-time because I was trying to actually build another online business, which I needed the time to actually get everything set up. But to where I was part-time at my job, I got my business set up, but now I don't have the money to actually fund it. You see what I'm saying? Because with me working part-time, I'm having to pay all, you know, my bills and everything, and it leaves very little money for me to invest into my online business. So there was another job opening that recently came available at my job, and it's actually a different department now. And I actually sent my resume up to Wilmington, Ohio, and got an interview the next day and was offered the position. And at this position, I'll be topping out at right around 80,000 in the next.
So what is this position?
I'm a parts specialist. So as maintenance and dock worker, I was in operations of the terminal, but now I moved over to a different department, which is the parts. So I'm not a mechanic. I'm in the shop now. So we have mechanics that work on the semis, but I'm actually in the department of parts. So I'm in charge, basically like a parts manager. I'm in charge of the parts. Like I have 10 terminals that I have to ship parts out to.
Okay.
So I'm like the hub.
Every terminal has trucks and stuff like that. Yeah. And then that's where they maintenance the trucks.
Yeah. Every terminal has
basically you figure out what truck needs what part, and then you send that part out to the
like the mechanics will put in work orders for trucks. Sometimes I'd have to fast fill an order if they need something, because we don't like our trucks to be down. Obviously, if a truck is down, it's not moving, it's not making any money for the company. So it's my job, like, and I never understood this when I was actually maintenance and or when I was dock worker and maintenance, because I was in operations. So I didn't see the whole aspect of what makes this whole business like work. And the position I'm in right now is a very, very important position, because if I don't get my parts out to my other terminals, then our trucks don't get fixed, then our trucks can't go out, then we're not making any money. So it's like, the position I'm in right now is a huge position, but it's a way easier job too, because it's not labor work, you know what I'm saying? I gotta pull parts. Like I have like 3 rows, like, that has all my parts and stuff on it, right? So we'll get parts from like Wilmington, and I'll have to receive them into
right here chilling.
Yeah, I'll have to receive them into our inventory, and then when my 10 terminals, they'll place their orders for parts every single day. So I'll have to pull parts out of my bins and ship them out to the different terminals. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's way easy. I mean, it's longer hours, it's good money, and it's a way easier job. I'm not out in the cold anymore. I'm not in the heat in the summertime anymore, because when you're out there as maintenance or a dock worker, you're just out there on the dock, like, and it's cold,
Busting
it's
your
open.
ass.
Yeah, it's when it's cold outside, like if it's 40 degrees outside, that means it's 30 degrees when you're on a forklift riding up and down that dock, because the doors are open. You know, it's a dock where trailers back into, so we don't have roll up doors like some of our terminals do, like down in Phoenix where you're at, Mike, because we have terminals everywhere in every state. So the terminal in Phoenix, they just built that thing, man. It's beautiful down there, and it has roll up doors because it gets so hot down there in the summertime that they have to cool it off. Like you wouldn't be able to work in Phoenix outside all day long.
Oh, I'm sure they probably have it open. Yeah, man. I mean, we get
no, it's not. No, their terminal down there has doors on it because it's air conditioned.
Oh, so they just roll up real quick, load the truck, and then roll down real quick.
And roll down real quick, and it's all air in there. So my terminal in North Carolina, because we have moderate good weather down here, we don't have doors on our where the trailers.
Yeah, where your warehouse is. So it's just open.
So when it's 100 degrees out here in the summertime, it's hot, it's muggy as hell. It's like 120 inside the trailers that you're going in and out of. It's miserable work, you know. So I've been with the company for 10 years. So I just moved up basically, and it took me that long to really get into a good position like where I'm at now, to where I don't have to be outside and I don't have to.
Well, I think that's generally with any business, you know, you gotta put in the time, man. You put in the time with a certain company, and you become seniority, and you get all the perks of being able to kind of like do what you want to do or how you want to do it.
Yeah. So, you know, and my main goal really, man, is not to work for anybody. You know, I want to start my own business eventually, or get what I've done created online. Now that I took this job, I'll actually have a little bit of money to actually invest into my online business now. So eventually that's what I really want to do. I want to be making money online. You know what? For you guys that are watching this, you guys need to subscribe to this, because this is a way that I can make money online. But we only got 33 subscribers, and we need more subscribers. So I ain't got to go to work all day, every day. So y'all need to get with it. Like this video, share it, comment, help a brother out.
Help a brother out, right?
I'm tired of working, damn it. But I mean, yeah, that's basically.
Hey, but you're getting there though, right, man? Yeah. You're getting there. You're moving up in the company. That's good, man. That's good.
I mean,
you just recently bought a new truck too, did you?
Yeah, man. Because I got this position, so I got a little bit more money to play with. You know, I've been working on my credit for like 10 years, bro, and it took me like, I never thought I would have a 700 score, a credit score. In the past 10 years, I've been working hard, man, like
that's
to
good,
build
man.
my credit up and everything. And yeah, I just purchased a $35,000, $36,000 truck because of my credit, you know. So nice, and 10 years ago, I would have never been able to do that, and I would have never thought that I would ever have good credit. Like, but you know, you can make anything happen if you try. If you
Right.
if you try and you work
So you
hard at
get
it.
more. So you have to work more hours now. You said.
I'm working 50 hours a week, but it's like it's not labor work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Right.
it's pretty easy, man. I'm sitting in a chair, like especially after I take my lunch break, man. After like we get everything done by like 4:30, 5 o'clock ish in the afternoon, and after
Mhm.
that, man, I'm not doing nothing but just taking phone calls when
Right.
my other terminals and stuff call me. So I'm sitting at a desk, easy
What does your
work,
wife
man.
think about it? She like it?
She loves the money. I mean, the hours are kind of weird. The hours are kind of weird, but it's better for us, man. We're getting things accomplished. We're gonna try to probably purchase a home maybe this year as well.
Wow. Big
So
things, man. Hell yeah,
yeah,
man.
real big
Congrats.
things coming up, man. And I don't know. I'm just taking it one day at a time, man.
All right.
I'm just
Well, that's
trying
good
to.
for you, man. You deserve it. You work hard. You deserve a little bit of the benefits of that. So that's good,
Yeah.
man. That's good to hear.
So what about you, Mikey V? What you got going on? How you been?
Good. We're getting ready to move too soon. Here in April, we're gonna be moving. We're looking at getting a bigger house. Might actually be living with my sister and her two kids. Help them out. Kind of.
So you all gonna get a big house together?
Yeah, we're looking at it, man. Possibly a 5-bedroom house.
Nice.
Somewhere around there.
I mean, really, man, in this economy today, man, it's like that's almost the best way to do it because I mean everything's getting so expensive, with the
It
just
is.
prices on homes and stuff. And in order to get something real decent, if you're renting, you're paying, 13, 14, $1,500 a month for, a 3 bedroom. So it's kind of better to kind of, just group up together and buy something big. That way
And that's what we're
everybody can at least.
figuring, because really, when you look at our home life, we don't spend a lot of time at home anyway. Like we're out and like at work, and my sister works until 6 o'clock. So, and Sarah and I are both morning people. So our jobs are morning jobs. So we get home around 4:30, 5 o'clock. At least I do. She gets home a little bit before that, but about 4:30, 5 o'clock. So I'm home every night, and we're able to cook dinners together, sit down and enjoy those dinners together, talk about their days and stuff like that, which is ideal, you know. And it did take me a long time to kind of get to that point too, especially with my job. I've been cooking for a while. I'm a chef now. So at this point, after as long as I've been doing it, I'm a chef. I'm not a cook anymore.
Mike, I
You know?
remember 20 years ago, me and you had a same cooking job together.
Yeah, we did. Where did you
Yeah,
cook at?
like
Village Inn?
Village Inn.
It was a
Yeah,
Village
I
Inn.
remember
Yeah.
that.
That was my first cooking job, dude. I started in the dish pit at that place. Never would have expected then
That
that I would be working with food and in a fine dining restaurant and you know
yeah, because you work for like a Vogue, what did you call it? Vogue Bistro. Like it's a
yeah, I'm a sous chef for Vogue Bistro. I'll go ahead and put the link down below there for you guys so you guys can go check that out.
and that's not like a main chain of restaurant. Like so it's only like what, one of those or two
It's
of
a
those
mom and
maybe?
pop. Yeah, it's only
Yeah.
one. It's only one. They've
Only
thought
one.
there's talks about opening another one, but that was before the pandemic hit. Now I don't think
But
that's
they actually have chefs there and not cooks like a Village Inn or like a Old Charlie's or a Chili's or something like
well.
that. You're just gonna find line cooks, right?
We do, but that's the difference between what we do. Our head chef, our head executive chef um, is a culinary arts graduate,
Yeah.
and he's studied the field and he's been in a few different positions and stuff. So like we follow some of his teachings and uh, what he does for our menu, and we learn from that. But what we like to do is we like to take people who have the passion for cooking and put them in a nice fine dining setting, so it kind of it's almost like a weird internship in a way, like if you're thinking about becoming a chef and wanting to go that route, Vogue Bistro is a good place to start because we have that fine dining look and feel and presence. And then we kind of send you off. We try to get you to be creative, to
See,
to
that's what I'm talking about. There's a difference between a chef and just a regular old cook, because I
yeah.
remember when I was cooking, because I cooked for 12 years before I actually got into the shipping industry and everything. So I know what it is to cook, but I was never a chef, and I never took pride. Like, chefs take pride in what they're doing.
Mhm.
Like your job and who in your position at Vogue Bistro, you actually take pride and you guys create, like, you guys create awesome dishes and stuff like that. But me, when I was cooking, I'm just like, it's a job, boom, boom, boom. I'm slanging fries, I'm slanging grease everywhere, and I don't give a
Right.
damn. I don't care what this food looks like when it goes out.
Right.
But with your position, because like you said, your executive chef, they go to school for this stuff,
Mhm.
culinary arts, and those are big positions, you
Well, we
know.
want to
And
try to also like implement a little bit of the science part of food,
yeah,
like pairing and stuff like that. Like, what kind of things taste good with what, like sweet and salty, bitter, and, um, you know, whatever. I mean, you got wines that go with food. You got, uh, different proteins and lettuces that can go together, different champagnes and things. So it's like it's a science game in a way. You put things together, and that's what creates new dishes, new invigorating dishes. Is like, you think, okay, what's bitter that I can put with something sweet, and all of a sudden you put two things together, and maybe it's something that's already out there, maybe it's not, and all of a sudden, if people like it, you created something.
so I noticed that, over the years that I've known you, I noticed that you take pride in your dishes too. So you have a passion for creating food, or awesome dishes, like fancy type dishes.
Oh, I
I
love it,
noticed
man.
that about you.
I like people's reactions, because see, our kitchen is open, so you can see when you come into our establishment. uh you could actually look to the back of the restaurant and see the cook's line in an open window, and you see all of us over there, working hard and putting it out. But what's cool is I could stand back when it slows down, and I could like see everybody enjoying. I see them taking pictures of the plates and stuff like that, and I'm
Yeah,
thinking
that's
like,
awesome.
dude, that's my plate right there,
Yeah.
is about to be posted everywhere, and people are seeing it. So, and then we stay busy. I mean, you seen how this pandemic has affected a lot of these small businesses and stuff, and ours is no different. But we've been able to stay afloat pretty well, actually, during all this stuff, because of the pride we take in our food, and our service. So yeah, man, I've been doing that for like, I'm going on like 15, 16 years now.
So do you want to, is that your goal for the future, is to maybe keep doing this, or open up your own restaurant and starting your own business, or how do you see yourself,
You
in the
know,
next
I
10 years going with this?
I thought about it. I really thought about it, but um after doing it for so long and seeing what it takes to run a restaurant, I kind of don't want the headache. And then I seen what it could do if you're, you know, caught up in something like this pandemic, and you
Yeah.
have your whole life savings, and now all of a sudden you got people telling you what to do and how to run your shit, and that's killing people, and it's killing their businesses.
So
So,
so can I ask you, how is since we're on this topic, and since you brought up the C-19, the pandemic and everything, how has this affected your place of work?
only by the fact that we had to cut back the seating, but otherwise it still stays full. Like, we went to 50% seating, but even at that 50%, every table is still taken. So, you know, that's that's the difference. Like, what we take pride in our food, and we create stuff, so it's always new, it's always something different. I mean, we have our specials, and we have our menu items that people will definitely come back to. But every week we create a new special. It's usually a seafood special because people just love seafood out here in Arizona. Like, we're nowhere near a beach. So to get great seafood and then serve it up the way we do, is like, people come back for that stuff.
Yeah, I know. I've noticed that, with the pandemic, a lot of, you said it's a mom and pop's place, right? So I've noticed a lot of those places are getting hit hard because of the pandemic and going out of business. How do you see your Vogue Bistro? How do you see that? Is it doing okay, or is it?
Yeah, I think as far as restaurants go, that got affected by the pandemic, like I said, the only thing I could see at our place is that we did lose some business because of the fact that we had to cut down our seating. So, but as far as that goes, like the seating, everybody's still in there. Like, it's like, if you think about it like this, like our capacity, I think was, I want to say maybe 150, 175, because we're not a big place, but we're a small place. So like, it's like 150 people.
What you mean, dude? You can fit 150 people in the restaurant at one time?
I think so. If it's like
That's pretty
completely
big.
full.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
I don't know, man. Like Applebee's and Chili's and places like that, dude, they hold like maximum 500 to 700 people.
What? No way, bro. I've been in them restaurants. Applebee's is not, no way. Unless you got
You don't
just a
think so?
super Applebee's. Hell no, bro. Like,
It depends on the store. There's different size
Well,
stores.
there was like, I seen
Yeah.
maximum 500 in those places, in some of those places. Wouldn't you
I
say,
bet they
Sarah?
can't
You worked
seat
at an
that.
Applebee's, didn't you?
They can't seat 500 people. They probably got 500 people waiting outside the door to get in, but it's probably only like 100 and 150 seats. Maybe
Well,
in there.
capacity, right? That's what that means. Means how many people you can sit in your restaurant at one time.
How many
many
people can
seats?
be in the restaurant at once?
Yeah, dude, that's a lot of people, man. 500 people. I'm just saying.
Well, I want to
I've
say
worked. Look, I've worked at Chili's. I've
Mhm.
worked at O'Charlie's. I've worked at IHOP. I've worked at where else have I worked at? Village Inn. And none of those places you could sit 500 people in, bro.
Yeah, you're probably right. That was a little high.
Yeah. That's a high number.
Now that I think about it, I don't know. Well, I mean, my store, dude, we could fit 100 people in there. Like, seriously, we could. And we have. Like, I've had,
But
couple
that's
hundred.
probably including the patio.
It is including the patio. I mean, that's every seat in the restaurant. That's what I mean.
Yeah. So I would say one good thing about, I think, my job and your position is that it is pandemic proof almost, because people are always going to need something to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
See, the
then
thing
people are always going to need something to ship too as well. So like, we're very essential, and my job was never affected by the pandemic at all. And it's just
Besides
been
like
normal to me.
regulation and shit like that, right? Besides like, washing your hands.
Yeah, there
and,
a couple
6
masks, like in
feet.
the office, we got to wear the mask, but while
Right.
we're on the dock or around the terminal,
But
we
not
don't
like-
have to. But
Not like where you're hearing people are closing doors and stuff. Like ours didn't do that. Like I
Yeah.
really didn't feel much of a difference. What about you, Sarah? What do you do?
yeah, what's going on with you, Sarah? Let's get your life, whatever.
Yeah, let's
out
put
here
your
on the
fucking
table.
life out there, huh?
I am an office administrator for a pool service company in Phoenix.
That's essential, right?
That is, Will,
Yes.
because everybody in Phoenix needs a pool or has
Everybody
a pool
has
in
the
their
pool,
backyard.
and when COVID-19 was shutting everything down, we did not shut down. I still went to work Monday through Friday every single day. All my guys did too. So if we stop taking care of pools,
Mhm.
these pools grow algae, they turn green, and then they become breeding grounds for mosquitoes, which wouldn't be a big
viruses,
deal,
right?
except they carry West Nile, malaria, and now
Fuck
you've
that
got, in addition to COVID-19.
Hold
now
up,
you
so
have an
so you
outbreak
guys
of-
get mosquitoes down there? in
Absolutely.
Phoenix?
Absolutely.
I just figured, I thought mosquitoes
It's
were more of a
not-
humid.
Well, around bodies of water,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
and if people aren't not taking, there are, I think they work for the county or something, but there's people that will fly around in planes, in like the little puddle jumpers so that they can fly low and look for green pools. And if they have green pools, they will drop fish into your pool to eat the algae
Are
and the
you
bugs.
serious?
Absolutely. And then you are responsible for everything that happens after that. If they got to come drop fish in your pool, you got to leave them there to clean up the mess, and then you got to get rid of the fish.
Oh,
That's
shit.
up to you. They don't come back and collect those shits. No.
What kind of fish?
I don't
like,
know.
Like the sucker fish? Like those things?
I don't
Algae
know.
eaters?
Probably.
That's
But they
weird.
gotta eat the
Wow,
bugs
I didn't know
too.
that.
Me neither.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
crazy.
if you'll get fined like a motherfucker for letting your pool go.
Yeah, I know you could get fined, but I didn't know they come and dump fish in your pool. That's wild.
I mean, that's crazy. So they find you down there in Phoenix because
that becomes a breeding ground for mosquitoes, and that
well,
can
yeah.
be very
Think about
dangerous.
it. If you don't take care of your pool, it becomes a stagnant body of water. What happens
Yeah.
with stagnant body of
Yeah.
water? You get mosquitoes.
But
flying
I've
around.
never heard that, because I actually, when I was out in Tennessee, I had a house that had a pool. And it was like all green and shit. I never got fined for it. Like, it was so messed up, and we just never did that. I didn't live there that long, but we never got the pool right.
Well, it's probably, I mean, there's a lot more people here. There's a lot more pools.
Yeah.
So that might have something to do with it. The regulations are a little bit greater here because it's packed full. There's millions of people here.
So they'll drop fish out of the plane.
I mean, I don't know the exact science to it because I've never looked it up, but yeah, they drop fish into pools that are green so that
okay, what I think is not that they drop them from the plane. I think what it is the plane flies over low so they can see what pool is fucked up, and then they probably send a truck to that house and they say, "Hey, look, we're dumping fish." But
what are they gonna do? Bust the lock off the gate? Bust the gate down? They
True.
can't do that because if it's a locked gate, it has to be locked. Because
what if it's a chopper?
Children
What if
in the
they
area,
drop it with a chopper?
That might be so. I've never looked it up. I've never been this interested in it in the process. So
I mean, it just is interesting.
It is though. I never knew they just drop
but it was like
fish in your pool. Like, what if you're not home at work one day and that happens and you come home and all of a sudden there's a shitload of
you got fish flying out, hitting you in the head and shit because you're walking around your pool.
Because by the time they do that, like, it's not just like a little bit of green and now you got fish swimming in there. Like, it has to be like a problem. Yeah. Like, you've been notified by the city already. Like, you've already had.
I mean, yeah, I've seen some fucked up looking pools, like where they're almost black, like looking on the ground, like
we call those swamp pools.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah. When it's like gross like that, we call them swamps because it does. Like, I've seen pictures of some of these pools and it's
okay. So Sarah, do you actually go out and what do you actually do with your job?
I am in the office. I am one of 3 people that makes the entire company function.
Kind of like what the fuck America. She's one of 3 people that makes this thing function, right?
Yes. So this is not much different than what I do. I man the phones. I'm customer service. When you call our phone number, you get me 98% of the time. If I'm on a phone call or I'm away from my desk, somebody will answer the phone for me, but most of the time they answer it, put it on hold and wait for me to get back to my desk. I know all of our clients by name. There are some phone numbers that even like when it pops up on the caller ID, I already know who it is. I have a very close relationship with all of these with just shy of 1,300 clients that we have on service.
1,300 and you know all their names?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They're representatives because some of these people are there's one guy.
Yeah, they're not all like residential, right? There's some of them are like
some of them are commercial.
Like commercial.
We do like condo complexes, apartment complexes.
She's told me about like huge mansions and fountains.
Yeah, there's a couple. Nice. Yeah, oh yeah, like fountains on properties. Like you've seen them at like offices and things, like fountains out front to make it pretty. No, we have properties like residential properties that have 3 and 4 fountains, water features on the pools. There's one property that we have that is a compound. And I think the entire, because it's up for sale right now, I think the entire property with multiple houses on it is up for like 20 million or something.
Oh, damn. Rob, you got a $700 square core or
It's
square.
big.
Credit
It's like,
core.
What?
Your
credit core?
There's credit core.
Idiot.
Okay, so hey, it don't matter. I can't afford no damn.
Yeah,
$20
go ahead
million
and come up with
nothing,
the down
bro.
payment for that.
What you talking
It's
about?
like multiple
Yeah.
residences.
It don't matter how. It don't matter if you got an 800
Credit core.
score.
Credit core.
Credit core.
No, there's like, and the bodies of water at these properties, the more expensive the house is, the cooler the pools are.
Yeah.
Like I've seen photos of some of these pools and it's cool. Like these are just outrageous. The negative edge and the view sometimes.
Right.
But you got to think about like some of these properties, like these people build pools and stuff, and they put all these plants and cool stuff around the pools. And
I think he froze up.
I think he did. Or he fell asleep listening to me talk.
Obama.
He's there. All right. Obama. Oh, good.
But yeah, so, there he goes.
Yeah, he got kicked off. He's coming back, though. Hey. There
Hey.
you go.
That was y'all, man.
Good morning.
You're right.
Y'all
Sarah
just
and I
came
still
back.
had a conversation, man.
Y'all was glitched up, and
You'll see.
it might have been me. I heard y'all. Did y'all hear me saying Obama net kicking in?
Yeah, we caught
We
it.
heard
at the end.
Obama.
Yeah, we heard Obama.
That
Might
was
be.
it.
Oh, it might be mine acting up now.
I was trying to
Where
wake
was-
you up. I was tapping the side of the screen like. You're like,
Okay, where was we?
oh, you were talking
Oh,
about
the
how
compound.
some of the.
So yeah, some of these pools, like the more expensive the house is, the more badass the pool is.
Well, of course.
But like some of the things that like people don't think about when they're building their pool is that like the cooler it is, sometimes the more expensive it is to maintain.
So like what happened? So recently Phoenix
Mm.
experienced like its first snow in a long time because the weather was like crazy. It's a lot colder than it normally is. But we actually got snow up around Scottsdale and like the Paradise Valley area.
North Valley.
Do you guys service any of those places?
Absolutely.
So what did any of that have any kind of effect on any of the pools? Was this last week like Call City or
It some of the people panicked because they didn't know what to do.
all right,
Does the equipment still run? Does the pool still work?
all right.
Some of these pools are heated, so that wasn't really a big issue because some of these
That'd been
people
nice.
heat their
Snow,
pool
right?
on a very frequent basis and heat their pool consistently through the winter, which becomes very expensive. But for some of these people, it's worth it.
Well, I guess it wouldn't be the snow that really ruins it. It's
and
the
some of
cold
the
that
some of
fucks
the
up the
equipment.
piping and equipment. Yeah,
Some of the
But it-
equipment has what's called freeze protect.
yeah.
So when it
They're,
gets
like,
to a
insulated.
certain- Yeah,
But you
well, when
guys
it gets
don't
to a
never
certain
get down
temperature
to freezing,
outside,
do you?
it like kicks in this freeze protection mode, and I don't exactly know how it works, but it prevents the equipment from freezing up, so
Yeah.
that your
But you guys don't
pool will
never
still
really get
function.
down to freezing down there, do you?
It can.
I mean, it can, but not for
I mean, there was
long.
snow on the ground. I saw my guys were sending videos and pictures and stuff of these properties. And I had one technician send me a video of him driving through the neighborhood on the way to his property that he was going to. And the whole neighborhood was just covered in snow. Maybe like an inch, like it wasn't like a blanket of snow, but it was collected, and it
That's
was like the
crazy,
day
'cause
after.
We ain't even get snow down here. Well, where I'm
Really?
at in the Charlotte area. Yeah, we haven't got snow at all this year.
I thought that whole side of the country is dealing with.
No, I think
like,
Raleigh, it missed us. Like Raleigh, I think Raleigh got hit, which is 2 hours away from us, and which is weird because Raleigh's closer to the ocean. But obviously, the mountains up in the mountains, in the Tennessee and North Carolina mountains up in that area got snow, but we're like
Oh
down in
yeah,
the valley, so
the
we
Four
hardly ever get
Peaks
hit.
had snow on them for like a week.
Yeah, there's this bridge that I drive over. It's the bridge that goes over Grand at 67th and Northern. And every time I went up over this bridge, like going up over this last couple days, I could see the north side of the valley, because basically, if you think of Phoenix is like in a bowl, so like there's a rim around the
Yeah,
whole
mountains
valley,
around it, right?
around the whole place. Yeah. So if you look to the north and you seen that, like it literally looked like a scene from Colorado, like
Mhm.
fucking
Wow.
snowy ass mountains. And I'm thinking like, holy shit, that's crazy
All
to
the
see
mountains
out
were
here.
snow capped for like a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
The snow didn't stick at the
Wow.
ground level for more than a day or two.
Yeah.
But the
Friday.
videos I got were the day after all this snow came through, he was driving through the neighborhood and it was all covered and like it still stuck overnight and was still there. It melted that day or the next day, but yeah, it stuck for a couple of days. And then the mountains were still covered for about a week.
Right. Yeah,
But it doesn't
see,
change a
things are
lot for
changing.
us.
Things are
It doesn't change
changing.
a lot for my guys, and like the equipment knows how to function one way or the other. The guys complained because their hands were cold because they still have to check the chemicals of the
Yeah,
water.
they got to put their hands in the water and stuff.
Yeah.
So
That's
these
funny.
guys were complaining, and I had some clients call panicking, like, it's not frozen, but it's cold and there's snow and blah blah. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Man, it would have to get really, really, really cold, like down to 20 degrees or maybe even 15 degrees for a
For it to
body of
start
a big
freezing.
body of
Well,
water like that to freeze. I mean, it might
and
freeze on the top, but the whole
but the thing is, the water is moving still, because every time your equipment kicks on, it circulates the water, so there's
Yeah.
movement in the water. So it's even harder to freeze over if your equipment is not kicking on, or there's a problem with it, or you're not using it and you're an idiot and you just keep your equipment off. Then your pool might like freeze over along the top, but as soon your equipment is on a schedule most times.
Basically,
and
if you're
it'll
running
move the water around.
it should be fine, because I lived in
At least
Montana
at
for some
these
time.
temperatures.
Yeah, I lived in Montana for some time, and they get down below zero, and I dealt with broken pipes a few times.
yeah.
And part of solving that problem was just leaving your bathtub and your sinks trickling water.
Mhm.
As long as there was movement through the pipe, then you didn't have
It
to
wouldn't
worry about
freeze.
freezing over.
Exactly. And that's why it's not really a big deal, especially here, because it doesn't get that
Yeah, it
cold.
doesn't ever get that cold.
But the
And it has
water's
to
always
hold
moving.
too. It has to hold that 32 degrees
Yes,
Yeah.
temperature or less. It has to
for a
hold.
while. It
Yeah.
can't just like get there, and then start
And
coming
then
back
come
up,
back
because then it's
up,
going to
yeah.
start melting anyways.
Mm.
But most pool equipment is on a schedule. Depending on the type of pump. If it's a variable speed pump, you're looking at that sucker running like 18 hours a day. So now your water is at constant movement.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to freeze.
Which is
over
good
that.
anyway, because you've got a pool. It's a pool, obviously. So you want that water to be moving around.
Right,
or
it has
else
to.
It's going to be stagnant. Well,
So,
that's
Sarah,
an essential job, huh?
So Sarah, do you see yourself is this the top in your company or can you move up? Is there room to move up or
Well, I kind of, yes and no. I work for a privately owned company. The owner of the company I work for has an office down the hall from mine. I'm in close contact with him every day. In fact, the reason his life moves in and out is partially because of me and the other two office ladies. Like
The other two.
oh, the other two. Yeah, you guys are the other two office ladies.
No.
So it
went right over his head.
It
did. I was like, what the hell?
The only way at this stage where I'm at right now, the only way for me to move up would be if the company expanded and I were to become in charge of like the customer service department. Right now I am the customer service department. There is only one, and it's me.
But you guys are moving there though, aren't you? You're moving that way because didn't your company make
no.
a leap this last year?
No, he was going to, and we were very close. And then the election happened, and he was not confident that it was the right move because of changes that will be coming. So he backed out of the sale or the purchase of the other business that he was.
It was like a merger, wasn't it?
It was
a merge.
It was a merger. That made me feel like a real grown up talking about merger stuff.
Yeah.
But
merger.
But no, that didn't end up happening because
out in the streets they call it merger.
These idiots. So yeah, it's yes, I can move up, and if my office manager ever leaves, that's probably going to become my job. I don't want it. It's a lot of responsibility that I just don't want any part of. She knows everything, just everything. I rely on her a lot. And actually recently she's taken a couple of vacations, like 3-day vacations during 2 different work weeks. And then it was me running.
Well, there you go. You're getting your experience in, you know.
I was not a fan. It's not my favorite thing. And I told her she's never allowed to leave again. But that's not gonna change
like
anything
what
because
I
she's
was
still gonna leave.
That's kind of what I was saying about my whole deal. Like I've been watching the restaurant business for quite some time now, and boy, I do not want that headache. I don't think I might go with something smaller though. Like I would maybe do like a food truck, or I was actually thinking about like a lemonade stand, like a glorified lemonade stand. I know it sounds crazy, but
a pimped out lemonade stand.
Yeah.
You're gonna take away from
all from the little girls.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
They're the ones I can make a better lemonade than them.
Mike's hard lemonade stand. There you go.
No, I actually was.
No, you can't have that one.
I was actually thinking it would be for my 2 kiddos and for my younger brother, Nicky V. You know, like I really would like to because I mean, to be honest with you, believe it or not, people love lemonade. They love lemonade. And I'm not talking about just your fucking lemonade stand on the corner in a neighborhood with your 2 6-year-olds selling cups of lemonade for $0.25. I'm talking about like, a shaved ice machine, having actual ingredients, juicing lemons and like making like real lemonades, and and having like possibly a club soda element to it. Maybe it's just water, maybe it's you want a spritz in it, or or a carbonation of some sort,
like a sparkling lemonade.
Yeah, we can make things like that. We can do cherry limeades, you can do different flavorings, you can do them as slushies, as iced drinks.
So you want to be Sonic?
Yeah, basically on wheels.
Okay, well, I am not running around on no damn roller skates to people's windows. All right, get that idea right out of your head.
With a thong on, selling lemonade.
That's what I'm saying. It would be it would be a step up from what everybody's thinking. It's like they have these really nice like pull behind. I would say almost along the lines of like a food truck sort of thing, or like a trailer. Yes, and you open up the little side, and it's a concession stand. I
see that really being a hit in the summertime in Phoenix. Definitely when it's
all
hot.
the time here, bro. Like, because it's always nice weather. Who doesn't like a nice cold lemonade? Like everybody loves it.
Except when it snows.
Well, what? Once every 10 years?
Well,
at least for us,
you might get it once a year now. You never know.
Yeah,
the world's changing.
Know. Hot lemonades.
Just kidding. That could be the name of it. Hot lemonades. They'll be like, what?
What is this?
We got to go try this.
Yeah. Well, I
That
mean,
sounds nasty, actually.
they got all kinds of different concepts coming out. Why not, man? Right? You know, they got a place where a guy can talk shit to you, or people, the servers talk shit to you. They got a place where, where'd you guys go? You and my sister went to some place called Crazy Bitch or Brunch Bitches or something like that, and they call you.
Breakfast, bitch.
Right, like the servers come to you straight up, like, "Hey, bitch, how you doing?" It's like,
That's fucking crazy.
yeah.
It's called breakfast, bitch, and they do.
And
They greet
then
you at your table.
as
And they
you're
go, "What's up,
leaving,
bitches?"
yeah, as you're leaving the floor, they're like,
Bye,
"Bye, bitches." Like they like say, yeah, everything's listed is
As
got a
bitch.
bitch after it. Like, so you
Side bitch, main bitch,
Salty
entrees and
bitch.
appetizers.
I like
salty
that little
bitch.
spot.
Yeah,
Nasty
man. And
bitch, dirty bitch.
they got a place called Bikini Coffee out here. I actually just drove by one not that long ago, like a few days ago. There was like and my daughter was like, "What is that place?" And I looked and I read it, and I'm like, I could only assume that they serve you coffee in a bikini.
In
And
a
then she said,
bikini.
"Yeah, that's what it is," because her friends' parents or something went and got coffee there one time, and they serve you coffee in bikinis. So why not? Then lemonade, a lemonade stand. I'm taking it back to the old school because I'm an old fool who's so cool with cold lemonade.
I think you just recorded your commercial.
There you go. Yeah, that sounds hot, bro. That sounds hot. He's on his way. Mike's lemonade stand.
I don't know. Plus, we need something for Nikki V to do, right? Nikki V needs to do something, man, with his time, and it needs to be something easy, something that he can feel like he's given. You know, he's given to people a service of some sort. That's what I think he needs in his life, man,
A purpose.
to help him. A purpose, yeah, exactly. And you know, lemonade, it's easy. Like I said, it's easy. It's you know, I can take my knowledge as a chef by learning different ingredients and things like that, and try to up the game and help them. And at the same time, I have my two kids and my two nieces that can get involved with that and teach them a thing or two about business and about budgeting and money and working together as teams. You know, it's never too early to start them on skills like that, because I mean, they're going to be a part of the workforce one day. And you know, give them a heads up. I don't want them to be like I was, doing the get off early dance every night and then not realizing when I got my check I'm broke and I can't do nothing because I done got off early all week. Whoa.
Right. Samara. I was gonna say smack him, sir. I said Samara.
I'll put the sound effect. I'm gonna put the sound
You better
effect.
get your shit together.
What? Oh God, it's fun. Anyway, yeah, man. I don't know. Just an idea. Just ideas. I'm full of ideas, man.
Yeah, that's how
He
I
is
am.
full of ideas. This is about the 15th food truck idea.
I know him and his ideas. Like I remember, it was like once every month or every time he called me, he had a new idea of something he was going to try to start, some type of business he was going to try to start. So
it happens more often than that. That's just when you hear about it.
Yeah,
I need investors. It's probably
every day.
Is what it is. I need investors. I need investment.
So,
I have the ideas.
Say,
I have the drive. I have the ambition. I just don't have the money.
So we all can agree that we really don't want to work for the rest of our lives, and we kind of want to, you know, maybe create our own businesses or
that's
somehow
still
come
working.
into some money, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, yeah, working for yourself though. Like I'm done.
Yeah, working for yourself.
Other people.
Other people, exactly. Me too. I would like to see myself eventually, you know, running an online business or something like that and not working for a corporation, because no matter where you work, man, trying to work underneath somebody, it's always going to be some bullshit. You know, I think. You know,
I think I need to create a Reddit account and start buying stocks that I hear off of Reddit. That seems to be the way to go. Why not, man? It's time the poor people win for once, right? Against the wolves of Wall Street. You know, we can be the possums of the country. Come get what we want. Does that make sense?
I had too many hard mic lemonades today.
No, I mean it, bro. You know, like all that stuff going on with the stock market shit. Like, I that's what you need to do, bro. Go create a Reddit account.
I think the stock market's gonna crash, so I ain't investing in nothing in it.
I know everybody's attacking it right now, and the stock market's being ravaged like a fucking drunk chick at a Saturday night college party. It's fucking insane. I get that face probably 10 times a month.
Shooting the shit.
That's what it is. We're just shooting the shit, talking shit, having fun, enjoying life, because fucking it's too negative, man. Negativity right now is like through the roof. Yeah. We need to bring the comedy back, the light, you know. We need to get out of this darkness. It's too bleh.
Do you see any light at the end of the tunnel?
Yeah.
I don't.
I do. I see light at the end of the tunnel, man. It's gonna work. Everything's gonna work itself out. We'll get out of this funk. But the question is when? That's the question. It will. It'll blow itself over, man. It always does. Has been forever. So bye, Sarah. You didn't say bye.
You just muted her mic and everything.
I just left quietly.
She just slowly backed out of the situation. Oh, man. I love this show. This was a good show. I'm having fun. You guys are making fun of me. I'm making fun of you. It's all fun.
I live to make fun of you. That's why I married you.
And the truth comes out.
You do enough talking shit to everybody else. Somebody's got to put you in your place. And that somebody is me.
You want to know the real reason she married me? Was because I can reach stuff on the top shelf.
Also a very valid reason.
Are you short? How tall are you?
I'm 5 feet. Well, now y'all gonna make me come back in here then.
Yep.
You're 5 foot.
Thought the interview was over. I'm 5'1".
And what color hair is your natural hair color?
It's blonde. It's just not this blonde.
And when is your birthday?
November 10th.
And what is your social security number? Just for reference is all.
Yeah. Not gonna happen.
Oh, okay.
I do have yours though.
Go ahead, get rid of it. I'm sure there's a guy 3 hours south of here that wants that thing.
That's funny.
Yeah, but the beauty of it is that this time he'll look like you.
Right. Hey, it'll all work out, man. I'll be like, hey, split it with me, dude. That's all you got to do, you know? I'm going to be like 3 years tops, bro. You can only be me for 3 years tops, and I got to, I got to remarket it to someone else. I'm just kidding, IRS. I'm sorry, Biden. Don't come after me, okay? I'm just kidding. I'm not bringing illegals into the country like you, buddy. Okay? Sorry. Just saying.
You're going to get our
There had to be politics in there somewhere.
There's no politics. We're shooting the shit.
Yeah, but you know, Biden and all this, this whole damn
shoot you.
About to be fucking banned from YouTube and shit. Censoring everything.
No, it won't. This show will be here for you guys, right? All right. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for stopping here at this show today, shooting the shit with us, and just talking about whatever, finding out who we are and what we do on our off time besides the podcast. And if you guys want to check out any other shows, you guys can always go to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. That is, what is it? Oh yeah, What the Fuck America YouTube. And you can also check out our Facebook page at What the Fuck America Podcast on our Facebook, and you can also check us out on Twitter at What the Fuck America Twitter 19. Okay? I want to thank you guys for being here.
Also, if you guys have some different topics or anything that you guys want us to talk about or discuss, go ahead and leave them in the comments below.
Yeah, for real, man. We're running out of shit to talk about. We want to talk about you. Maybe if you're interesting enough. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, thank you guys for coming by. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye now. Why not? Lemonade. A lemonade stand. I'm taking it back to the old school because I'm an old fool. So cool with cold lemonade.
Just recording your commercial.
There you go. That sound hot, bro. That sound hot.
Rob, you got a $700 squirt core or credit core.
Idiot.